We all need a break from time to time, whether it's literally going away or taking a moment to pause and breathe. In this video, I share part 1 of a 3-part series I created in January during a winter break in central Scotland. Join me as I share the beautiful sunset that greeted me on arrival and an afternoon rest where I created images through the living room window. I hope this video will offer you some breathing space and inspiration for your journey forwards. So just arrived at Kenmore by the beautiful Loch Tay. I've come down here for 3 nights, just a little January break. It's a good time of year to get away actually, because a lot of accommodation is like half price being the winter, being out of season. And yeah, it's nice to get a little bit of a change of scenery in central Scotland. And like I said, just arrived here and I've created a photograph or 2 of this beautiful sunset light over the mountains here. And yeah, what a lovely greeting. I'm excited to see what the next few days have in store. Witnessing such a beautiful sunset on arrival was a true blessing. It wasn't hard to create images from this iconic scene. In my opinion, the clouds were the star of the show as they moved amongst the mountain tops. I was also drawn to the treetops that were coated in a surreal orange glow. This made for a lovely image opportunity. In January, I set myself the challenge of creating an image every day. This moment became the backdrop for day 14. Yeah, for day 14, this is a lovely location to be doing spot photography. If you'd like to see what I photographed on the other 30 days, I have a video documenting the journey on my YouTube channel. If you're looking for motivation for your photography, it may give you some inspiration. Now that 4 p.m. had arrived, it was time to check into our accommodation. After getting the keys to the cottage, we were greeted to the second half of the sunset, which saw the sky light up a fiery red. You're probably wondering why I'm not out there photographing it. Well, to be honest, I've had quite a busy day today and I'm pretty tired. So I'm just going to watch the beautiful colours unfold before my eyes and just take some deep breaths and ground myself in this new location where I'm spending the next 3 nights. Tonight, just rest, keep my fingers crossed for some stars and enjoy this beautiful sunset. Later in the video, I will share some of my story and why it's important for me not to overexert myself. Before that, let's jump forwards to the next day, and after a whole morning out doing photography, it was time to head back to the cottage for some rest. Little did I know, more photography was to come, as I was about to create images from inside the building. So I spent the vast majority of today out by the banks of Loch Tay, enjoying the beautiful scenes. The light has been amazing. It's just been so beautiful. And I've discovered some incredible trees that I can't wait to photograph tomorrow. After being out most of the day, I came back to my accommodation just to have a bit of a rest really. And then the sun began to set and all of the trees outside the window were getting illuminated by the golden light. I'd originally intended to go out for sunset, but because I'd ended up being out pretty much all day, I was getting a bit tired and I just kind of thought, you know what, I've had a really good dose of nature and nature photography today, so it's okay to enjoy the sunset from the window. And that's exactly what I did. I enjoyed witnessing it, but I also got my camera out and zoomed out of the window and photographed the trees through the window, which of course you could argue is not ideal, photographing through a window, and there's a few marks on it as well. But all in all, it was a great way to connect with that moment and continue to do photography. And I wanted to share this moment with you because I'm aware that I have some people who follow my YouTube channel who, for various reasons, can struggle to get outside regularly. Whether it's health reasons or that they are very busy with work or maybe they care for a loved one. And while I like to advocate as much as possible to physically get out into nature as and when you can, if you are in a situation where it's not possible for whatever reason and you are lucky enough to have a nice view from your window to some regard, or you at least have some nature outside, then why not get yourself your telephoto lens and zoom into that beauty and photograph it. It can be a nice way to continue with nature photography even when you are busy or have other commitments. And I was just mesmerised by what I saw. In my mid-teens, I was diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. There was a period of my life where I even struggled to walk up the stairs in my home without getting breathless. The symptoms persisted on and off until my mid-20s, and even now I sometimes get flare-ups of exhaustion. I'm sharing this because I know how it feels to be trapped indoors and unable to do the things that you love. Something that gave me some hope back then was lying in bed and watching the clouds pass by my window. I would find myself smiling, despite the situation I found myself in. I hope that sharing this and the images created through the window may give you an idea of something you can do if you find yourself in a similar situation. Even if you don't personally face a health issue, you may be very busy and need some breathing space. I found that simply looking out of the window or taking a step out the front door for a minute to breathe can make all the difference to my day. And where possible, combining it with photography can be a great way to connect more deeply with the moment. If you feel you'd benefit from a trip away, my 2025 Immersive Photography Weekends are now open for booking. You can find full details at photographicconnections.com. They are a great opportunity for you to learn more about mindful photography and experience how spending time in nature with your camera can bring many wellness benefits. Thank you for watching. Wishing you a very blessed and creative week.